Well, May is Asian American Pacific Islander Heritage Month, and this week we are shining a spotlight on some of the members in our community who are of Asian or Pacific Islander descent and the impact they're having in our community. Today I sat down with Representative Julie Yamamoto. Some of Representative Julie Yamamoto's most precious memories with her grandma was spending time at Japanese Obon festivals and learning about the meaning behind the annual celebration.
She taught me the words to the song, and then she explained to me that it's about digging coal, but it's also this coal miner's love for this person. So this is what you're learning through your song and through the motions of the song. And then she showed me her fan dance, and she was considered pretty good at that back in the home country.
But while Yamamoto's grandma would pass down stories like this, she says her grandma made it a point to not teach their family how to speak Japanese.
She said, we're Americans, and this is where this is where we're going to be, and that you need to be the best citizen you can be, bring no dishonor to the family. And that was always the old Japanese way.
Perhaps a sign of the times at that time, because when the representative's parents wanted to get married, they weren't able to because Yamamoto's dad is Japanese.
It was still illegal in Idaho for there to be mixed marriages, and so they went up north, and they ended up living a year in Coeur d'Alene.
Yamamoto grew up in Canyon County, and it wasn't until she was in the 4th grade when she says she experienced some people not appreciating someone of Japanese descent.
Who ended up being my best friend remembered that she said, Yamamoto, what kind of name is that? I'm not calling her that.
And when she was in junior high, she witnessed something even worse.
Pearl Harbor Day, December 7th, some kids brought raw eggs and they were throwing them at another friend, a family friend, and saying stuff like, how's it feel, Jap? And, remembering Pearl Harbor in not a particularly positive fashion, especially for somebody who was born and raised an American citizen.
She says we see evidence of racism all the time, even now. But when she goes home at the end of the day, there are reminders of the beauty of the culture found in displays at her house.
We all have at least one really beautiful Japanese doll that my Leland's Aunt Mick made she constructed these for each of his children.
Leland is Yamamoto's husband, who is also Japanese.
And then my grandma Yamamoto gave me some things.
Something she treasures even more now.
I really regret that I didn't learn Japanese, because as she got older, she lost almost all of her English. And then there we were, unable to speak with her because we hadn't learned to speak Japanese.
In any language, though, whether it's Japanese or English, Yamamoto believes the most important thing is representing who you are as a person.
We each get a certain space of time here on the earth, and we get to decide how we're going to live it. And so how do you live your life in such a way that even though I don't have children that pass on that legacy, I hope that there are more lives that I have taught and that I have touched in a positive way. We owe it to others to show that it doesn't matter who you are or how you were raised or what your ethnicity or your race, that if you put your mind to it and you do the right things in the right ways, here you are, and so here I am.
And before becoming a lawmaker, Representative Yamamoto was a school principal. And coming up in our next half hour, I also sat down with Representative Sue Chu, and you'll hear her story at 4:30.